Is high this morning, so I want to dance. Let's come together. Yeah. We'll pull up. Now open both. Other side. One more. Put it. Two. Up. Now pull. 8 more. Now put up 6. 2 more. 4 more. 6. Good. Now let's move with this. 1. Seven, 4, 2, good, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4. Now then, 6. 3. 2 more. Keep it head up this way. And that's what I'm doing. I'm coming up and down. 8. 7. 6. 3 and down, other side. Other side. 2, 3 and down. One more. Stay, there we go. Pull it side to side. 4. 6. Relax it. Yeah. Okay. 5.
Skies are crying, I'm watching, catching teardrops in my hands. Only silence as it's ending, like we never had a chance. Do you have to make me feel like there's nothing left of me? You can take everything I have, you can break everything I am, like I'm made of glass, like I'm made of paper. Go on and try to tear me down, I will be rising from the ground like a skyscraper. Like a skyscraper. As the smoke clears, I awaken and untangle you from me. Would it make you feel better to watch me while I bleed?
8 more. Other side. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it low. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then bring it slow. Then end come forward. And we'll pull it all the way up. And bring it down. Good. We're going to take it back again from that soundtrack. We have to move now. We have to free ourselves. We have to enjoy ourselves. So guys, let's go. Team spirit. Okay, music, help me hold it, please. Help me hold. We're going to learn something now. We're going to learn a short movement. Then we'll get the repetition of that movement. So our first movement will take us 1, 2, 3, 4. Can we try that? 1, yeah. Thank you. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Go. 1, 2, go. Good one. 2 more. Both. 1 more. Let's go. Thank you. Now watch my face. Can we try that? Let's try. 2. Yes. 2, 3, 1. Let's go. Relax. We'll break it down again. Here's the 1, 2, 3. Watch me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try. 2, 3. Let's go. So long. Right, let's say 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Again. Continue. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, go. Continue. Again. I need 4 non-stop. 4 non-stop. 2. 1. We ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go. 1, 2. And further we go. 1, 2. Other side. 1. Now watch me. 2, 3, 4. Then stay. 2, 3, 4. Then stay. Like remove it from your shoulder. There's a test on your shoulder. So remove it. watch me. Good. Let them go. Now watch me. Just side to side. 1, 2, 3. Now let's move it in. Open up on this place. Now let's go. We keep it strong. Now take this way. Relax. Good one. I'll bring it down now. Hands on your waist. Take a deep breath
Skies
in.
are crying, I'm watching, catching teardrops in my hands.
Now watch the shoulder.
Only silence as it's ending,
Hands on
like
top.
we never had a chance. Do you have to make me feel like there's nothing left of me? You can take everything I have, you can break everything I am, like I'm made of glass, like I'm made of paper. Go on and try to tear me down, I will be rising from the ground like a skyscraper, like a skyscraper. As the smoke clears, I awaken and untangle you from me. Would it make you feel better to watch me while I bleed? All my windows still are broken, but I'm standing on my feet. You can take everything I have, you can break everything I am, like I'm made of glass, like I'm made of paper. And go on and try to tear me down, I will be rising from the ground like a skyscraper,
up. Yeah, take it. Let's go. I want to see. Go. Back again. Second one. Let's go. 2, 3. Side to side. Pulling 1. 2, 3. Start pointing. Yeah. Easy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take it down. Easy. 2, 3, just stay. 4, 5. Okay, stay. Keep it straight. Up again, go! Thank you!
Even when I enter for Bombay, then they play me so for guy. Them are feeling the song guy. Our music they keep them for long guy. Me I don't fit to shout it, whether you like it or not. I will still not like it.
Easy. Simple movement.
Feeling the nigga and the way that I package. The make the no. The make the Maya. As you feeling the nigga and the way that I do this. The make the no. The make the Maya. The make the shake up. All over the shake up. Let us say the shake up. Ah, shake up. Let us say the shake up. Everybody shake up. Oh, it's what shake up. Everybody shake up. Baby, I know you feeling me, but you know that you're killing me. And if I didn't know any better, I would thought you were my enemy.
Cool, so let's take it down, bring it back.
And you know you wanna
bring it back. I'm coming back, sorry.
Back on the cookie, saying that I got
now watch me, I go.
But you know it's a lie. I'm the type of guy.
Right, come on.
You feel so nice that you can't deny.
Let's go.
So
1, 2, 3. Take it back.
End up in the limo, showing me how to ride.
All time.
1, 2, 3. And the way I package. The Maya. As you feeling the nigga, and the way that I do this, the make the no.
Thank you.
The make the Maya. The make the shake up. All over the shake up. Let us say the shake up. Ah, shake up.
Bring it up.
The shake up. Everybody they shake up.
Bring it back.
Boyfriend. Look at him like a toy friend. Always on the corner doing nothing, teasing the girls and loitering. Never ask for nothing, she just want a little bit of loving. She praying to God every day that he will come give her something. When you wanted this ride,
now I'm taking it back this way.
I know that you're out there searching for tender loving kids.
Now watch me.
I know that you're out there searching for something right here. And you want me to pull your hair and to tell you how much I care. Listen, since you're feeling the nigga and the way that I package, the make the no. The Maya.
Now so I need.
Feeling the nigga.
I need.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Full attention.
The make the shake up. All over the shake up.
Take it back.
The shake up. Ah, shake up. The shake up.
Take it back.
So I'm in time. Never seen a baby like that. Try to get my phone. Start a love like that.
You are go carry go.
Right there. What everything is working. Other side.
Maybe you are the second no. When you are one no. This is Ferrari.
Now we're going to play. Let's go.
Baby sweet, baby nice, baby do. Body bad time. Show me what taxi. Malado boya roni. What you go there wapa. Oh after the gas. What you? Baby boya roni.
bring it back. Take it up. Bring it back. Take it up one more time.
I don't get a lot, God do it. And I don't pay my rent, God do it. There be one for my hand, but God do it. There be one keep my joy, but God do it. I say anything them do not God do it. No, not God do it. No, not God do it, no. Anything them do not God do it. No, not God do it. No, not God do it, no. I don't change my name to God do it. And no more, I don't buy more to God do it. They say my market no go sell, but God do it. And then me say I no go blue, but God do it. Them my brother, let them try their luck, my God go win. No, my God go win. No, my Lord go win, no. Anything they do, not God do it. No, not God do it. No, not God do it, no. As you don't pass exam, now God do it. And then me say you no go pass, but God do it. You wake up, see to the last song, now God do it. Robbers, they rob, they no see you, brother. They no see you, my sister. We are better fast. God do it. No, not God do it. No, not God do it, no. Anything they do, not God do it. No, not God do it. No, not God do it, no. As now your wedding day, now God do it. And he don't tell where you dey find, but God do it. See we go pop champagne today, God do it. And we go dey dance, cause God do it. Anything you win, now God do it. And if you win election, my brother, God do it. Like if you win the contract, my friend, God do it. And if you check the countdown, my brother, God do it. And if your market sell, now God do it. No, now God do it. No, now God do it, no.
Bring it back, let's go now. Hey, Okay, the last leg.
Skibo, Yeba, Oshe, Bares, Camilo, Edari Jimika, oh, my lady Catapilla, Yoba, Pemila, Emiti Yoba, my yes is so still account, motivator, no go, ever no punyo, ever no punyo, Yeba, ever no punyo, ever no punyo, Skibo, ever no punyo, ever no punyo, Yeba, ever no punyo, ever no punyo, Skibo. You don't know now, but I'm gonna tell you something. Shebani pe mama borobos, but it is my house I eat borobos. I get the money I don't get bororo. Afemi leko, afemi moroko, afemi moroko. She carry go turn me bye bye. Oh my show to me bye bye. I'm a walk out to boroko. Oki pe laila anti geneti. I'm a pastor from pass. Kile one in club, maso pu pastor pe ma wa one shot. Family girl, Edari Jimika. Oh my lady Catapilla, you my friend Pemila.
Bring it back, take it slow, let's take it round again. The last serve. Almost. I give it flat. That's flat. I just stand on this side for us. Let's go. Hey, encourage everybody. Hey, touch anybody.
Everything I've done and more, don't forget it.
Stand up, just sit there. Up.
What a man.
No, go. That's a
I could do it too and more.
Ah. Thank you. Hey. Touch anybody you like. Let's go. Everybody must clap. Enjoy yourself. Free yourself. It's the moment of happiness.
Making you my soulmate.
Right.
One straight, say are you married? No
Hey,
matter what,
other side. One.
anything for the
Oh.
first thing, any money, medicine. You
Hey.
want everything, no me
One.
woman to me.
Come
You mean
on.
everything.
One.
My woman,
Go.
everything.
3, stretch all the way out. Good one. 4. One more to go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go.
I'm so proud to be a baby boy. It's such an amazing toy. Me promise you, girl, you're gonna enjoy. You got it to me and no one can steal.
Bring it out, bring it out.
Get up the girl and none of them cannot deal. You anything for the bed. First thing, any money, medicine. You mean everything. No me woman to me. You mean everything.
6, 5, stop it. 4, 3 more. 2, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, other side. 1, 2, 3, that's your step. 4, that's it. 5, 6, 7, 8, break it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, other side. 1, 2, let me see this. 5, 6, 7, 8, then take it out. 1, 2, 3, other side. Bring it back. Take it low. Good one, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, now take it side. 1, bring it down. Go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 more. Then take it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then side. 1, 2, 3, 4, slice it in. 6, 7 more. 8 more to go. 8, 7, put a smile on your face. 6, 5, 4, 3, you're doing the wrong thing, guys. 2, 1, bring it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, side, 5, 6, 7, 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, okay. We keep it fit. 1, 2, 3, 4, now smile like 5, 6, 7, now add more balls to the movement. 1, 3, 5, down, up, 6, down, up, 7, 8, 9 more, 8, keep it in fit. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, then shake it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
What's up, madam?
6,
Let me blow you away like Saddam, madam.
7,
You be posh, madam. I know my today waste all my cash, madam.
8,
Take my Swiss account.
7,
Now your name dey my will, madam.
6,
You the boss, madam.
5,
Salam
all the way
alaikum,
up.
salam.
4, 3, Bring it down.
It's Young John, the wicked producer.
Hey, I'm all of it, love it. Hey, I'm all of it, love it. We're going for measure. The new radio, the new tally. Money, and Ufa. Talova, Baba.
Shoulder, let's get to work out the basic and burn more calories. Now take it off. Now hand your leg. Now both shoulders. Your right hand. Other hand. Now sleep on them.
I do my thing my way. Go ask your sister. I mean they give me. Go read the meter. Or can you leave me? She feeling the nigga. Oh yeah, you know. I want to feel like oh baba, where the low body to get this money today, but every night and day. Oh baba, where the low body. If you roll dolly, maybe you no get them all like oh yeah, shakity baba. Over a Bentley bubble, over a Ferrari bubble, fly you to Paris bubble. Oh yeah, shakity bubble, over a Bentley bubble, over a Ferrari bubble, fly you to Paris bubble. I get the money, no. Kitoshi wawu, karoti mami, no. Bimugari kito kole kole wani body, no. Swaga kule o tu shepu ni body, no. Ni body, no. Bagwe, you baba down. You mother down. You live in flashy lifestyle, but your mama is so calm. I take go to the brother, Joe, and wale. Musala, she bobby, a little bit long, wale. Baba, where the nobody to get this money today, but every night and day. Baba, number one. And love is a beautiful thing.
Hey, let's paposa. Hey, are you ready? Just there, don't rush it. Watch me. Watch. Take it forward. One. Hold on. Music, hold, please. Hold music. Please clap for yourself. Great one. But it was an observer. Where's Kumi? Who? Who's the captain? Call her, I need to see her. Why? Okay. And let's see now. Okay. We will use this moment to walk around, relax yourself because we're going on the floor. But how are you feeling? How are you feeling? But trust me, it's so sweet. Yes, to do all the circuit training, all the boot camp exercises. And it's still very, very sweet to put in dance aerobics. That will keep you strong. Kumi, how are you up? You've not been attending my class. You've not been well. But you walk now. It's only my class that you don't attend. Do you attend other classes? Okay, I need everybody to stop. I need everybody to come this way. Everybody come this way. There's something I want you guys to know. Do you know why I said so? While I was walking out, something struck my mind. Somebody is missing. That means I'm observant. Now, if I can observe you, over 120 million people that will vote for you are still observing you. Some will vote for you. Yes, you're my friend, you're my favorite, but how hardworking are you? Some will vote for you based on the fact that, yes, she's sick, but she's still there, seated and watch to walk her mind. I know she's sick, but she's still observing what is happening. Because the competition, trust me, it's getting to the end. Nobody cares what is wrong with you, but everybody wants to say a performer. You have to push yourself. You were working out yesterday, you had ankle injury, but this is you today still working out. Whenever you face such challenge, you overcome it. Same thing applicable to you. There was a day you were doing something else, and I gave you a challenge. Yes, you were feeling pains, but you still have to complete the task. Why? It's a competition. You were not feeling fine. I asked you to come and watch. He had an issue at the end of the day. When he came back, he was very strong. So, my dear, yes, I ask you not to work out, but the truth about it is the competition is getting to our end. Do not think nobody is indispensable. I'm saying it to everybody. Nobody will vote you if you're not worth it. Believe you me, nobody will vote you. Some will vote you because you're taking your exercises serious. Some will vote you because you're good. Some will not vote you because you don't have stagecraft. Some will love the fact that, Jeff can sing very well, but there's no performance spirit, there's no showmanship. So why should I even vote for Jeff? Okay, what about if I vote for Kumi and at the end of the day, she's got a performance where she's performing for over 1 million crowd, and that morning something came in. Does that mean Kumi would not perform? So I'm not saying you should just stay up there because Kumi is not feeling fine. This is Kumi that walked in. After this class, Kumi will take a bath, right? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So it's a competition. This is an academy. What's an academy? A place of learning. Anything you know outside, you drop it. If you live here and you're not improved, if you live here and you're not strong, if you live here and the people in the outside world cannot, you understand, there's no point telling anybody, man, I'll tell you the academy. I don't know if you understand. We're all working out. See, everybody's all sweating now. We don't need you to sweat out. Well, Kumi, trust me, there are different exercises. All they will tell you is do not eat the high-intensity exercise. Do not eat the high cardio. Do not do circuit exercise beyond your elastic limit. But the truth about it, there are bricks work. You come, everybody's working out, and you just pick your dumbbells and you just keep walking. You keep walking. Do you know what exercise does to the body, my dear? For over 10 years, I can't remember the last time I felt sick. I can't remember the last time I felt sick. I can't. I'm not God. But the truth about it, do the right thing. When I'm tired, I'm human. Sometimes the body is weak, but I have to push it. That moment where I'm pushing, that's when the next man is seeing me and like, oh, that means there's something else. You've not done anything. Your talent is just 1%. What about 99%? How you present yourself, how you coordinate your craft. What you're doing now will kill some of your fans. Like, I love the way Kumi sings, but is it because the doctor said she should not work out now, she's now sleeping? You sing. Friday you perform. Whatsoever the sickness is, trust me, it will not hinder your performance. But my dear, because you're not training, it will slow down the pace. That's the reality. It will slow down your pace. And it's to your own disadvantage. So I'm saying it to everybody. No matter what, see, the doctor will tell you, do not exercise. What they're trying to tell you is do not go beyond your limit. If I'm walking and I know I'm feeling cramps in my lower abs, if I'm very, very fine, I know, yes, exercise is working perfectly well on me. Either I push forward or I stop. That was why I asked you to walk around. You were working out the other day, Monday or Tuesday, and you had muscle pull. She went back, relaxed the muscle. She came back. Trust me, she will not have that again because she has exceeded her limits. So you have to push. I'm not saying Kumi will come and do, no. But my dear, even when the doctor says do not move, you have to move. This you saw, it's not a tattoo, it's not a birthmark. It's a performing accident. But this did not hinder me from doing anything. I still have to finish my show. I have to finish my show because my fans want to see me. People that believe in his energy, in his strength, in his expression, in that small thing that he does that pushes the next man. They need it. So you have to push yourself. Tell me because of this you will not attend Miss Igate class? No. So because you can do other classes, my dear, you have to just encourage yourself. Otherwise, nobody will vote you. That's just the truth. People are watching. It's a reality show. I have to vote my best. You all might be my best, but one might be my favorite. Who is my favorite? Best known to me. I have my qualities. I have my criteria. I don't know if you understand. So you have to push it. I'm not saying, but everybody pick it up. It was an observation. And for me to observe it, that means you're doing well in your workout class initially. I don't know if you get. So please, everybody, take it. Take it. Okay, music, let's go on the floor. You walk, do not hit it hard. You can walk, take it easy. Let's take it down. Okay. Bring it all the way down. See, easy. Exactly. When you are tired, do not do the high intensive. Just bring it down. Bring it up. The one you know your body cannot take. Leave it. But you have to push yourself. 4, 5. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay.
Like they're not shining. Her hair falls perfectly without her trying.
I know him.
And I tell her every day. Yeah, I know. When I compliment her, she won't believe me. And it's so sad to think that she don't see what I see. But every time she asks me, do I look okay? I say, when I see your face.
Enjoy the most friendly internet plans from MTN.
MTN, everywhere you go.
Fashion meets Project Fame. Dress yourself up like the star you are, just the way you would like your favorite contestant to be styled. Add an African touch and take a picture. Post a picture on Instagram and you could win a front row seat at the live show, a selfie with your favorite contestant on stage, a new smartphone, an award as the winner of the PF Style Contest. So, Don't waste a second. Dress yourself up and you could be live on the PF stage with your favorite contestant. You could be one of several winners, both guys and girls. What a feeling! Check out our website for terms and conditions.
MTN, everywhere you go.
Good morning, ma'am. He's sitting on the floor time. How you doing?
Attention, we have no trial.
Okay, sit down, everybody. Sit down. How is the composition going? Your composition now. Are you not composing your songs?
Not yet.
Not yet?
We have a lot.
You have a lot of work this week, Abi. Yes, you have reggae.
Yes.
You have, what's the other one?
Soundtracks.
Okay, beautiful. Yes, very nice. So who is, I'd like to see your duets. Which duet first? Arewa and Pearl. Oh yeah, go.
Sir, ma?
Pearl and Arewa, let's go.
Why are you jubilating? What should you do?
Quick.
Go, John.
I'm not too particular about your voices. Just being tuned. There's something I know what I'm looking for. Okay? Oh yeah, sing. Let's hear it.
1, 2, 3, go. Count on me through thick and thin. A friendship that will never end. When you are weak, I will be strong, helping you to carry on. Call on me, I will be there. Don't be afraid. Please believe me when I say, count on. You can count on me. There's a place inside of all of us where the faith in love begins. You just gotta
Go on.
something. Oh, when I know sometimes it seems as if it's never gone.
Gone.
But you get through it. You gotta believe. Just count on me. Just think and think. A friendship that will never end. When you are weak, I will be strong, helping you to carry on. Call on me, I will be there. Don't be afraid. Please believe me when I say, count on. You can count on me.
Okay, nice. I'm not sure that I agree that the two of you should start together. That's number one. Number two, watch your hands. They become a distraction. The two of you are flying. There's an exercise that you need. Yes. Okay? But nice work. Nice interpretation. Okay. All right. Next set.
It's been a long day without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. It's been a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Yeah, we knew all the planes we flew, the things we've been through. That I'd be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I'm seeing you in a better place. How could we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything that I went through was by my side. And now you're gonna be with me for the night. It's been a long day.
Go on. Don't disturb him.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. When I see you again.
Okay. Was somebody missing their timing?
Actually, we were both missing our timing.
Okay. So you've got to get that. All right? There's a comment I'm going to make, but it's a comment that is going to work for everybody, so I'm not going to make it just yet. All right? But Anderson, I like what you're doing in the sense that you're pushing yourself to move, right from now, which is good. Dende, I'm seeing quite a lot of restraint, all right, from you, and I'm wondering whether with this song you can actually afford to let loose a bit. I know that we're not singing at full throttle and all that, but but we'll look at it again when I make my comments, okay? For techniques for duets. Okay, next set.
And I never thought I'd feel this way. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm glad I got the chance to say that I do believe I love you. And if I should ever go away, well then close your eyes and try to feel the way we do today. And then if you can remember, keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure, that's what friends are for. For good times and bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for.
Well, you came in loving me, and now there's so much I can see. And so, by the way, I thank you. Oh, and then for the times when we're apart. And then close your eyes and know the words are coming from my heart. And then if you can remember,
keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure, that's what friends are for. In good times and bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for. That's what friends are for.
Okay, too static. First of all, I think, but this is something you work out with Loveth. When you come on stage, I don't think you should get too kumi. You should give yourself a little distance. Jeff, make sure when you come in, you hit the right note. All right? Now, what I've noticed with everybody, and this is the note that I want to give everybody. When you are working on a duet, the important thing is the song. All right? Not the performers. And to do justice to the song, the 2 or the 3 people singing nobody is working at outshining the other. so that the song is the best it could possibly be. That's the way you work on duets. So I want everybody, the teams, get up, and we're going to do what is called a mirror. The way I want you to feel is that when you are not with your partner, you will sense what your partner is doing, especially for the two of you. There was a time when one person is stretching their hand, the other person should feel it, that hand is coming out. And even if you are not turned, there's something about it. And even the way you use the space in such a way that in your peripheral vision, you understand what I mean? You can see your partner or partners, as the case may be. Very good. That's it. That's it. Well done. Well done. Well done. Okay. Now, by God's grace, next then not next class, the class after that, your individual songs. Okay.
Welcome to the first ever National Talkathon. Today, we will discover which plan truly allows you to talk for much, much longer. Oh yes, I see them warming up, and all the plans are represented. Some of them claiming double woofs, and others even cooler discounts. Representing MTN is the MTN Beta Talk plan. You get 3 times any credit you load to talk all you like to all networks. Let's see who wins today. And they're off. They're talking and talking. And oh, this is spectacular! MTN Beta Talk is the last plan standing. Amazing! MTN Beta Talk is the real MVP, the authentic more value plan.
Text BT to 131 to get 3 times every credit you load so you can talk all you like to any network.
MTN, everywhere you go.
This season, you can spend a day in the PF Academy with your favorite contestant. To participate, simply buy the PF Data Bundle by sending PFW to 131. Or keep voting for your favorite contestant by sending their voting number to 306 between September 6th and 18th. And you could be the one spending an unforgettable day in the Academy. The more bundles you buy and the more you vote, the better your chances. See you in the Academy. What a feeling!
MTN, everywhere you go.
Hello. Hi. How are you? I'm Mark.
Kumi.
Kumi.
Pearl.
Pearl.
Ada.
Ada. Good. How you doing? Good. How are you? Lindsay? Jack. How are you? How are you doing? Good to see you. They requested that you don't sit here, that you could sit on the sides just for filming. So, my name is Mark Redgard, and I'm coming in today just to speak about branding. You know, how to position your brand. And I think we're more than halfway through. Probably just have a few more weeks left. So the idea is to just have a discussion, not to lecture or talk to you, but have a two-way discussion about branding in general and just some ideas that I think could help you in helping to define where your brand is. So a little bit about my background. I'm born in Kingston, Jamaica. But I grew up in New Jersey and spent some time in New York, and I've been in the music industry for some time, working in a management capacity, working with production companies, record companies, and I'm now working with a company called 960 Music in Nigeria, which is a brand agency, really connecting artists with corporations who really look to use music to help define their brand and connect with the youth market. So I've touched on a lot of areas, so if there's any questions, anything that you need answered, I'll try my best. So just to start off, what I wanted to do is just to hear from each of you to kind of get an idea as to how you would define your brand or how you'd like to define your brand. As you know, that could come from either the way you dress, the type of hairstyle you wear, whether you wear glasses, don't wear glasses, the signature sound that you have, the genre of music that you're interested in. All of those things help define the brand that you're trying to project out. And as you know, a brand is really not what you say it is, it's really how people define you. So you end up setting the parameters in which you want them to define you. So just to give me an idea, maybe we could start with Anderson.
Well, for me, I don't want to see myself as limited by genre. So I'm thinking world music, because like there's infusions of all sorts of, things in it, not totally pop and not totally, regular stuff. So I'd see myself as like simple, easygoing guy, a little bit of, just edgy fashion, not too much overkill, just normal. But somebody that's easily related, you can easily relate to, everyday guy kind of person, yeah.
Okay. Ada.
Okay, I would still like to do a lot of everything at the same time, but I really like Afro and jazz. So I think, to a certain extent, my fashion sense might work with it because I'm like a tomboy. I could just walk out with pair of pants, short pants, shoes, throw on a top, wear a face cap, and I'm okay. I think I would work with that, and I think a little bit about shoes. I love shoes. Mm-hmm. I think I really love shoes. So I think, to a certain extent, my brand will definitely have to go with my shoes. And I think that's basically it for now.
Okay. Bro?
Okay, I think I would delve really deep into soul, R&B. I'm looking to do music that is not the regular kind of music you hear these days, something that makes an impact, that's life-changing music, inspirational, not just the noise-making music. And as for my brand, well, I haven't really decided on what I want yet, but then I want to give off the mature, cool, calm, collected, fun to be with, easygoing picture, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I know I want to do songs that address social issues, and so for not any particular genre though, but it's about my lyrics, what I sing about. And I want to come out as a typical African person, so every time in African clothing, materials, and stuff like that. Yeah, that's as far as I've gotten with thinking about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Dende?
I'd say when it comes to my music making, it would have to be something that is bubbly and money-making music, in the sense that it has to be money-making music for me to be able to get the kind of money I want and the kind of influence I can garner to then get to a certain level where I can start saying, okay, I want to start changing the world small. Do you understand what I'm saying? Am I making any sense? Mm-hmm. And then the whole branding thing probably has to do something with my beard, the way I dress. I probably dress like an average pop star type thing. You wouldn't ordinarily see me in a suit and tie outside. Mm-hmm. You'd probably see me in jeans, sneakers, Timbs, and stuff like that. Mainly Afro pop, reggae, fusion of Afro pop and reggae type thing for me. Yeah, so that's it.
Jeff?
Okay, for my music, I think there'll be a bit of R&B, but then with the Nigerian native feel in it. That's just putting two of them together and just making music that would actually make an impact and last, really. And that's for my music. And then I could delve into different genres of music and just play around. But then for the brand, like the last person who came here and talked about brands, I was like, hey, I really do not know what. That's when like the brand manager comes in and all. So yes, I'm going to accept the fact that I am in need of brand packaging. Really, yes. So yes, that's it for me. I really do not know.
I think for me, I am a soul singer and also R&B, but with all that, I also want to be able to sing bubbling songs like he said, but I want to sing bubbling songs that will actually make sense, that actually has meaning, you know, like Following the Way of Two-Face. You can listen to Two-Face, his words make a lot of sense, but it's still something that people could dance to at the club and anywhere. And I'm somebody that I love big hair, so I would like, that could be my brand. And I also love shoes. And I love clothing. I love, you know, that gorgeous diva look. So that's just me. So, and I think other things, I've not really thought about them. So with time, it's going to come.
Okay. All right. So, you know, one of the, when you think about an artist and branding, one of the first things is it's really your vocals and then the type of music that you do. So if you look at the artists that are very successful, most of them have something about their voice or some tone or some texture that defines them, that allows them to have their own lane. So no one else is in that lane. You know, if you close your eyes, you know what Michael Jackson sounds like, you know what Luther Vandross sounds like, the Banj. So the artists that tend to be very successful, as I mentioned, have defined their own lanes. So you've got to put yourself in a position that you don't sound like everyone else in the marketplace. If you say you want to sing like Tiwa and somehow you start mimicking and sounding like Tiwa, there's not enough room in that lane. You know, Tiwa already has her space, so what you have to do is to come up with a way to define a sound that becomes your signature. And when you have a signature sound, it's like no one else could take that from you. Everyone knows that that's your tone, that's your sound, and that becomes your lane. And so with that, what you end up having to do is you have to put a lot of practice in, meaning you guys are in a very, very comfortable position, meaning you've entered the academy. The academy is really about artists and development. You know, so you're going through an A&R process, you're going through a development process. And unfortunately, a lot of artists in Nigeria never have that opportunity. Again, there's not a lot of music in the schools. A lot of people don't. The resources just aren't there to say that you can walk into any studio and they're thinking artist development. They're really not. You know, they're putting a beat together, they're giving you the beat, you end up having to write to it, and then when you write to it, you put something out. But in the academy, what you're learning is everything that you need in a very crammed space to leave the academy and continue the process. So that process is, you know, when you're doing music, it's not a, you're not running a sprint, it's really a marathon. And if you're gonna choose music as a profession, you're gonna be in it for a long time. So you don't have to accomplish everything overnight, you know, so you take one thing at a time. Just like you're learning with your voice, you're trying to stretch your ability to hit different notes, to make sure that you stay on key, to make sure that you're singing within the right tone. All of those things are important to, again, help define what your sound is. So you've just got to keep practicing, 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 again, to create your own lane, to make sure that your sound is distinctive. And when people hear you, they hear you and know that it's you. So again, the first thing to think of is, you know, when you're thinking branding from a music perspective, it's really defining that signature sound that stands out from everyone else. So you've got to try your best to create your own sound that ends up being you, right? Then the next thing is when you're looking at music, you know, you just don't want to do every song that comes your way, you know. Everyone is new in the game, so what you have to think of is when you get a beat, you probably need to look to say, who can I do a co-write with? Who's a really, really strong writer in the marketplace that I could sit with and learn how to write? And you know, the marketplace here is different than a global marketplace. Here, You may have repetitive lyrics. You may use some indigenous slang and jargon to kind of get people locked in. So if you're looking to work in the marketplace or limit your music to the marketplace, then maybe you want a writer who's a little bit more attuned to what's catchy, what's hot on the street, what they're going to play in a club, you know, why DJs play one song versus another song if they've got an option to play two songs. If you're thinking world music, soul music, then you want to again say that's going to be a different type of writing style. Because the music that's sonically correct for this marketplace may not be sonically correct for the global marketplace. So when I say sonically correct, what I mean is that if you look at any radio show, you've got 1 hour. Within that 1 hour, each song plays for about 3.5 minutes. So if you divide 1 hour by 3.5 minutes, you can see there's not a lot of room for more than 10 to 15 songs. So when you think again about your brand, you're now competing against Alameda, Fino, Tiwa Savage, Wajay. All of them are going to fit within that 1 hour time slot. So what you've got to think of is who within that time slot am I going to bump to put my music on? Because that's really what it is. You're going to bump one of the top guys in order to get your music in rotation. And again, the only way you're going to do that is if you define a lane that makes your music sound distinctive based on your voice, and then the music, meaning the writing, the lyrics, and the sound is sonically correct for whatever that time slot is. So as Dede said, maybe the time slot is commercial, bubblegum music, and your music doesn't fit into that. So you're not really thinking that time slot, and you don't have to bump anyone within that time slot. The soul music or the world music may play maybe 8 o'clock, 9, 10 o'clock. So who's going to be in that lane? You know, is it going to be John Legend? Is it going to be Timmy DeCola? Again, you're competing against those guys. So you've got to, number one, when you go into the studio, you've got to, again, think about, from a branding perspective, how is my sound distinctive from everything else that's out there? Then the beat that you use, how is the beat going to be catchy enough to either make you bop your head, to make it compatible with the clubs or the street, or is it just going to be straight soul music, world music? And does that beat fit into another marketplace? You follow me? And that's very important, because if you make something that's not sonically correct for the market here or the international market, you're kind of like in a catch-22. It's not being played here, and it's not being played there. So you've got to think outside of Nigeria. You know, when you look at where you are, you're going to be using Facebook, you're going to use Twitter, you're going to use Instagram, you're going to use YouTube, you're going to use all of those digital tools to help push your music to the world marketplace. But when you push your music to the world marketplace, you're now under the world market microscope, to kind of say, when your music goes to London, when it goes to New York, when it goes to Canada, does it work for that particular marketplace? So now you're not competing against just the local artists, you're competing against everybody. You're competing against your Brandies, your Mary J. Blige, your Beyonce, you know, John Legend, everyone within those categories. So that means that you've got to be on your A game. So everything that you put out, again, it's got to be correct for the international marketplace, but you then keep the local marketplace in mind as well. Because, again, when you think of branding, and whether you think of doing music as a hobby or doing it from a commercial perspective, you've got to look and say, what exactly am I trying to accomplish? You know, am I trying to make music that changes the world? Am I trying to make music that's purely commercial, that makes money? You have to look and say, okay, who's going to be listening to the music that could have any potential impact? So from a branding perspective, you're probably looking at two areas. One, you're going to look at your fan base, and then you're going to look at the commercial opportunities. So when you look at the commercial opportunities, at the top of the food chain are going to be the corporate sponsors. So when you think about branding, meaning how you fix your hair, the way you dress, the projection you make, you've got to figure out, is that going to meet with the brand manager's expectations to say that they can marry me to the brand and I can be a representative of the brand. And so if you've got cursing in your lyrics, that may put a tick mark to say they're not to say that they'll reject you, but you may not be the perfect fit, you know? And then if it's a family brand, maybe the way you dress, you know, if you've got a lot of earrings, if you know, just different things that you would say, does this reflect on like the projection that they want for a family? So you've got to always keep the brand in mind in the event that you think that you're going to look for brand endorsements. And that's where a lot of the artists really make their money from. They end up getting a brand endorsement. So a lot of focus is on how do I put myself in a position to speak and reflect the brand so that they kind of feel there's some engagement or a two-way conversation. Then the next thing is the fans. You know, you want to be able to connect with fans, whether it's fans on the street, whether it's fans through radio or the TV time that you get. The fans are going to be the ones that create the demand for you. Show promoters are going to put feelers out to find out who do you guys want to see at a show, whether you're in Benin, Calabar, Lagos, or Nugu. They're going to say, what's the artist that you want to see? If no one in the street knows your music, your name isn't going to come up. If your name doesn't come up, then the promoters aren't going to be thinking of you. It's not going to be the top of their mind. It may, not that it'll exclude you from the show. Maybe you've got a relationship or someone may assist you in getting access to play on the stage. But the idea is you've got to think in terms of corporations from a branding perspective. Then you've got to think, how am I connecting to my fan base? You know, if you're trying to connect to a street fan base, do they define you as street? If you're not street, then there's going to be a credibility factor. They're probably not going to think that you're street if you're not street. So you almost have to, again, stay within the parameters that you're comfortable with, but again, make the best possible projection of your brand. And then the next thing is music sales. You've got the sale of music either through digital downloads, monetizing your music or your music video through YouTube, and then the digital platforms like Spinlit, Music Plus, and the like. There's a certain amount of revenue that comes in from that, but it's very limited. You know, people just aren't purchasing music digitally, or they're not doing it en masse. Some people are streaming, a couple are downloading, but the advantage there is that you could now upload your music and get it in 125 to 30 countries instantly. So that now becomes your calling card, the introduction of who your brand is. But now you've got to be able to follow up with that by, again, having connections through social media. So you have a distinctive sound, you've got a good song, you're able to put your music up and get distribution everywhere. Now you still have to follow through with the branding. You know, that now comes from the pictures that you take. And it's not just a regular picture. You have to take a picture that, again, reflects you. You know, the clothing, as you said, whether you're into shoes, whether you're into Ankara, whether you're into a tie, wearing your hat backwards, it has to have a nice connection between who you are, and then it has to make sense for the music. You know, if you're wearing a tie and then you're doing street music, it just doesn't, somehow the branding or the connection just isn't going to be there. So you need to sort of think about what is the essence of the song that you're singing and how does it reflect on the brand and is it part of the brand, right? And so from a photography standpoint, you again want to make sure that whatever look you have or whatever look is chosen reflects how you feel about yourself. So you may take 20 pictures, but because you take 20 pictures doesn't mean you've got to use any of the 20. You know, you want to use something that, again, puts your stamp on you, because you can't go back and take that off the internet. You can't take it off the market once you put it out. So you just want to be very careful in, again, how you project your visuals. And then the other side of that is you always want to have, like in business, if you do a meeting, you've got something called a calling card or a business card, something that you exchange that leaves your contact information. In the music field, that's called a biography or a electronic press kit, an EPK. And what that does, it you have a picture, you've got your biography. So you've got something that now can be sent to a radio station, a TV station, or anyone of interest, that it gets there before you get there. They see what you look like. It gives a brief biography of who you are, what state you're from, the genre of music that you like, who some of your influences are. And it may even have a link to your music if you've put it up on SoundCloud or another digital platform. And what that does, it allows you to create a first impression. So it's the first thing that allows you to make an emotional connection with the person that you're going to interview with or the person that may be interested in you. And it's very, very important, because if you don't have that, you now have to tell your story, and you may not have enough time to tell your story, or in the process of trying to tell your story, not enough information may come out, you know? And then another part of branding that's very important is, and I find a lot of artists don't do it, it's really like a call to action, meaning that if you do a radio interview, one of the things that you always want to put out is you put a lot of information out on this, on that, but many times you don't follow up by saying how they can get in contact with you or asking them to do something. So you may say, make sure you follow me on XYZ, Twitter, Facebook. You want to put your handle out there and just never forget that, because otherwise you've put information out, but they can't come back to you. And then the other thing, if you've got a website, you want to say the website address. But then if you have music out, what's very important, as I said, is a call to action to say, I need you to download my music, and you could find it on musicplus.com, or you could find it on Spotify or iTunes. And then you tell them the name of the music, you tell them where they could find it, and then you ask them to download it, or you ask them to stream it, or you ask them to watch your music video that's now playing on XYZ station, or you tell them that you're performing in 2 days and you're going to be at this particular venue. Can you please come out? And it's surprising when you do that. There's a lot of folks are looking for you to do that, meaning subconsciously they're not thinking about it, but when there is a call to action, they actually follow through and do the response that you've asked them to do. But a lot of artists go to radio, and probably like 95% of the time they forget to ask the listener to follow up with something. And then more important, when you're on TV, again, you have to always ask them to follow up with something. So again, from a branding perspective, there's quite a few things you could do. And then when you look at, then when you look at where your branding opportunities, one of the most important ones is TV. TV is probably going to give you the widest viewership. So like right now, you've had an opportunity to be in the Academy for 13, 14 weeks. What's happening while you're in the Academy is that you've got fans that are watching you. They're watching all your moves. You wear your hat backwards. Do you not wear a hat? Do you wear a scarf, not wear a scarf? How do you speak to each other? How do you interact? What sort of engagement and interaction do you have when you're rehearsing, when you're singing a song, when you're doing choreography? Almost everything that you're doing throughout this time period is helping people define who your brand is. So they're already making impressions that this is the person that I like for this particular reason. So you've got to be mindful of that, because once you leave the Academy, trying to get interviews is very difficult. When you get an interview on TV, either you could pay for the time or you may get invited on, but it's very, very expensive, because in many instances, if you're on a channel like DSTV, you're going across sub-Saharan Africa. So just getting on one of those channels, whether it's MTV, Trace, Sound City, BET, Hip TV, it puts you in a position for people to now make a connection with who you are, who your music is. But getting those opportunities sometimes is very, very difficult. Any questions before we?
Earlier on, you were saying something, and I agree, because I feel that way as well. You were saying something about taking music as a profession and seeing it like a marathon and not a sprint. My question now is, like, branding. How long does it take to establish a brand? if we're looking like in the long term, what kind, like say world music, for example, in Nigeria, in your experience, how long do you think it will take to actually create a solid brand in that genre, or in any other genre for that matter?
Well, you know, when you look at it, music is an art, not a science. You know, so you could, there's no one who could make claim, very few people that can make claim that they're hit producers, and they're very consistent every time around. What happens is sometimes things just line up. It might be the right beat, and it might have been the right song, and then you may have been able to grasp it. Radio may have been, may not have had anything like that. So when your music comes out, it just may be perfect and everyone jumps on it. With that, that may help you define your brand a lot quicker. But what tends to happen, and the reason why I asked, is that you need to have some sort of yardstick or barometer to kind of know the direction that you want to take. You could constantly rebrand. And when you rebrand, it may just be that you're changing your clothes, you're changing your hairstyle, maybe you're making the music a little bit more hybrid and changing a few things around. But the idea is that you know what you're comfortable with, so you're going to stay within those parameters. But if you're looking to appeal to a fan base, there may be certain things that you get from the communication with them that help you define what your brand is, or the brand that's going to work the best for you. So if you're trying to do commercial music, you're really going to have to be attuned to what's happening in the marketplace. And if people don't like a certain song, they don't like a certain look, you're going to have to change or tweak your brand a little bit to accommodate that. If you're just into soul music, you're into R&B, you may be more passionate about what your feelings are, what you're trying to express, and what you're trying to say through the music. So you may be a little bit less inclined to say, I'm going to change my brand to accommodate people's feelings. You may say, the feelings that I'm putting out as a music, and it really reflects my state of mind. So it just depends, but meaning that if you look back at a lot of the artists, you see that they started to dress a certain way, and progressively their dress code changed probably as they experienced more success. They may now have started to use a stylist. They may have started to get their clothes from different sources as opposed to the local place that they were getting it. So a lot of times the style changes up, the way that they sing changes up, the way they rap changes up. So you don't have to be stuck with a brand or stuck with one branding, but you need something to help people define you. Once they define you for that, now you could start shifting a little bit, but you want them to know who you are. Meaning if you're a female and you change your hairstyle every time you go out, people may not recognize your face. Some females are known for having a particular hairstyle, and that ends up defining them. Some guys are known for wearing a tie or wearing a jacket, and that becomes their definition. So when they're not seen with that, all of a sudden they sort of think, hey, is something wrong with the brand? Are they changing? But you want to be flexible enough to grow with the brand, but you need to define it. So, because if you don't know what your brand is, then it's going to be very difficult to articulate it or represent it through your music if you can't define it yourself. You know? Did that,
Yeah, sure.
Any questions?
Like, what I'm about to say has something to do with where she just left off. Like, you see this whole beard thing?
Mm-hmm.
It happened it wasn't like my own choice. Basically, I was a little bit chubbier than this, right? So I was trying to hide a double chin. You get me? So I decided to grow a beard. And then I got to a stage where I wanted to take it off, but I couldn't necessarily take it off because I noticed that I was a lot more recognizable with the beard. You get me? So if I wanted to take it off and still be recognizable, like what would I do? Like, how would I go about it?
Are you thinking about taking it off, or is it just...
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
But I'm scared if I do take it off, I won't be recognized.
Well, the best thing to do is to take it off while you're still in the house. Okay. Because you've got millions of viewers that are watching, and they'd be able to easily make the transition. You follow me? If you take it off when you're not in the house, and you now have to find your own media to now show that you've changed your name from XYZ to XYZ, you've changed your look. Like you said, the beard, people may not recognize you immediately, but now you've got millions of TV viewers who could help you make the transition and maintain the brand.
Yeah, because I have a tradition of always, even if I have a little stubble, I always take off whatever it is, that every facial hair I have on my birthday.
Okay.
Yeah, my birthday is going to be on the last day of the show.
Okay.
By God's grace, I will be here. So I'm thinking if I do take off my beard on that day, it might, I don't know. But I have never actually kept any facial hair on my birthday, ever.
Have you taken it off before the birthday?
No, it's always like the day before.
Okay.
If my birthday is on a Friday, I'll take it off on a Thursday. If it's on a Saturday, I'll take it off on a Friday.
Or, you know, you may want to, you may just want to be a little bit more liberal and take it off the week before. You know, that may give viewers an opportunity to kind of grow with the transition with you. Meaning that sometimes everyone tunes in at a certain time, but sometimes people tune in at different times. So someone may watch on a Monday, somebody else may watch on a Thursday. So what may work for you is if you use like a 1 week window to say, I'm gonna take it off, but I'm gonna take it off the week before, so at least my fan base could follow me. People who've never seen me before, you know, they'll see me. People who have seen me, it won't be a shock to them. But again, because you're on TV, as I mentioned before, very rarely do you have an audience of millions of folks. So you don't want to lose them. As you said, that if you waited until you leave the house, you have to rebrand. You know what I mean? You now have to come up with a way that people are now going to know this is you from Project Fame.
And plus, I don't know, because because we have no connection with the outside world whatsoever. I don't know if like my fans or people who actually like and support my act like my beard and stuff. So I don't want to be disappointing them if I do take it off, type thing.
No, but the good thing is it can grow back.
Yeah.
You know, so you could easily like every day maybe do a gradual shave of it. So maybe you want to wait until the day of to take it off, but maybe they watch it come down, then it disappears. And then you could easily now say, let me find out from them, do you like me with the beard or without the beard? Because the beard will grow back in 2 months, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less than that.
So before you know it, the beard is back. But that's a good thing that that with branding, you could put your hat backwards or you could take your hat off. You know, you could shave your beard or you could let it grow. But there's, as I said, there's really no science. It's a matter of one, you feeling comfortable, and then finding out, does the consumer market that you're trying to reach out to like the beard or not like it? If they like it and you don't have a problem with it, then give them the beard. If it's either way, now it puts you in a position where you could grow it or cut it. But you wouldn't want to get locked into, like, if you leave it on, you have to leave it on forever. And then when you take it off, they don't know you. So it might be nice now to show them there's the two sides of you and then explain, it's a tradition, I normally take it off. Do you guys want me to keep it off or put it back on? And then that now allows you to start your branding process as soon as you leave the house. Say, I had it on for all of this time. Now you start the conversation. Should Dede keep his on or keep it off? Now they start voting. And now your fan page builds up and you start the interaction from there.
Okay, thank you very much.
Anything? No? Okay. Anything, Pearl? Ada?
Basically asking questions.
Okay. Anything else? Okay.
You can call my name.
Because I'm not going to be able to pronounce it. Awuma?
It's Ira.
Arama. See, Jeff is a lot easier. Anything else?
No. Okay, I think I have a question. About branding. You know, okay, I said I love Afro and jazz, but there are times where it might just feel right that maybe at a certain period of my life I want to do gospel. Is that me being confused or?
No, you know, gospel is one of those genres that everyone loves. So you can never go wrong doing a gospel song. You know, it's sort of like if you're in the US and you're on a talent platform like Project Fame, the song that you won't get booed for is a gospel song. You know, and then the song that people will find the most acceptable will always be a gospel song. So gospel should always be part of your repertoire. You know, there are churches everywhere in Nigeria, everyone goes to church. So it would make sense to know that if the masses go to church and you go to church, you should have some gospel in your arsenal. So, as I said, it's like when you look at radio stations, on a Sunday, everyone's playing gospel. So it would be nice to be able to say you've got Afrobeat, you've got R&B, you've got pop, but you want them to see that there's a spiritual side of you as well, if that's what you want. But it would always be nice to have something that in your repertoire to show that you did something gospel. So no matter what type of music, it's almost like gospel is something that should be there. And then it'll make your mom and dad really happy too.
Okay, I was wondering, what would you say our brands are from what you've seen so far for each and every one of us here? Yes, I want how you see us, how you perceive us.
Well, it's difficult. I mean, if you're just saying, I would have to take everything into consideration. Okay. You know, meaning that you wouldn't want, well, say for instance, you've got that on your head, right? So that's not really your brand. You're just more relaxed, you're more comfortable, you know, so I couldn't use that to define you. So it'll be very difficult, but I would have to regurgitate everything that you said about the type of music you like, etc. But the thing is, it's not, but what you said is very important, because one of the disconnects is that you just don't want to have a myopic view, meaning that you think this is what your brand is, and you think that you're cool, you represent that. That may not translate to your fan base. You know, just because you think it's this way doesn't necessarily mean that that's the way that they're reading it. So the brand, having a brand, as I said, is really about what people define you as. And you've got to make sure that somehow there's not a disconnect between what you think, how you think you're defining yourself, and how they actually define you. So what you ask is very, very important, that, and that's the best way to keep a gauge, to, again, ask people, like, how would you define my brand? And then based on that, you now have some feedback to know where you need to make some adjustments, to know whether you're meeting the expectation of who you think your brand is versus who they think it is. But for me, I would just have to, I would just almost have to say, well, you said that your brand.
Okay.
But it would be difficult, because if you were to say, what I think your brand is based on the way you're dressed is one thing. But when you add music to it, then we'd have to hear what you sound like and use all that holistically to say, this is what your brand is. And I think that would probably be the better way, since your brand is about music and not necessarily about dressing. Okay. But dressing is very important, because that's the packaging. Okay. You know?
Your question?
Okay. All right, good. So I guess I'm off.
All right. Thank you so much.
But yeah, congratulations. As I said, you guys have done really good to make it this far. So everybody's a winner. But just remember the fact that you're in a really, really good position, because you've got TV viewers. And if you really haven't thought about it before now, just try to capitalize on the rest of the time you have left to create an emotional connection, not just when you go on stage, but while you're in the house, you know? Because the stage does it. That's when you kind of see what people's responses are, but that's just that sort of like a micro sampling of the millions of folks that are out there in the different zones, etc. So you want to take advantage, because TV time is really, really expensive. And you guys have a whole lot of TV time to help define your brand. So moving forward, just, you know, consider that while you're in the house, that a lot of people are watching, and you get to create an early impression moving forward, and then you get to follow through with that once you leave the house. So you're kind of giving them a broad stroke right now. And then once you leave the house and you start putting music out, you start taking pictures, you start having interviews. Now they'll see the perception that they have, how it's come through in the definition or the signature that you put on the brand. And then the last thing is just don't stop exercising, you know, in everything, like your voice and all of that, because you don't want to get lazy with it, and you want to find somebody in the industry worldwide who you want to emulate, and then kind of use that to say, are you reaching that expectation? Would they be proud of you, you know? If you sang their song, could you hold your own? And even if you can't get there now, as I said, it's a marathon. You don't have to do everything overnight. You just need to kind of think about different areas that you think you're weak in and make a concerted effort to kind of work on those. And before you know it, the brand will develop and you'll be very proud of yourself, you know? So that's it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So I'll see you guys on the other side, right?
Yeah.
All right, brother.
I know him. And I tell her every day. Yeah, I know. When I compliment her, she won't believe me. And it's so sad to think that she don't see what I see. But every time she asks me, do I look okay? I say, when I see your face.
Enjoy the most friendly internet plans from MTN.
MTN, everywhere you go.
By voting, you help your favorite contestant win mouth-watering prizes. The third runner-up goes home with 2 million naira. The second runner-up wins 2 million naira and a brand new saloon car. The first runner-up wins 3 million naira and a mid-size saloon car. The winner of MTN Project Fame West Africa Season 8 will go home with 5 million naira, a brand new SUV, and a recording contract worth millions of naira. MTN Project Fame West Africa Season 8, the next for fame, fortune, and glory. What a feeling!
By MTN.